Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the world of Black Desert. So, let's go ahead and kind of just go into creating a character, because I apologize that the music is very, very loud. I don't know how to change it. So, I do apologize for all of this. But real quickly, let's go ahead and get into the character creation. So, to kind of start off with everything about Black Desert is a huge open world MMORPG that I really fell in love with when I first began playing it. It's also a very, very complex game. I'll go ahead and say that much. Half the time, I don't know what I'm doing. I won't deny, I don't know what I do half the time in this game. So, you all are going to enjoy me kind of just flailing my arms wildly throughout the game, because I don't know how crafting works. I recently found out how workers work. There's just a lot to this game, and I'm still learning it all. I played this game a long time ago, back before one of the classes called Draconia came out. That class is the dragon class. So there's a lot of races. We got Magu, Warrior, Assassin. I apologize that the music is very, very loud, everyone. Sage, Ranger. Oh gosh, it takes so long for it all to load. But there's a lot to this. Like, there's a lot of classes. You can look off to the side at how many. There are a lot. But the newest class that came out, the Maigu, I think you pronounce it Megu or Maigu, is the newest class that came out. So let's go ahead and go into character creation. Now, character creation is quite vast. You can customize a lot. I won't deny there is a little bit of a limit to hairstyles, but the fact that you can customize them to how you want them to look like when you finish like doing the hairstyles for it, kind of makes up for it. Come on. I keep forgetting. You have to press R3 in order to change the camera type. What's this one? Oh. Trying to figure out which hairstyle I would like the most. I wouldn't mind that. So if I had to go with a hairstyle, I would probably just go with... I don't know, I'm not too big on the long hairstyles much anymore. I'd probably actually go with this. Alright, so let's go to shape. Now, you can actually adjust any part of the character. Like, see how it goes here? Yeah. You could, you gotta press X and hold in order to move it. But it's not too bad when one thinks about it. When the part lights up, that means you can actually move it to like make it... I'm wanting to make it a little bit long, but not too long. Oh wow, that can go down really far. Okay. Like I said, I'm wanting to make it long, but not too long. I kind of just like the shorter hairstyles in general. Right, and then we can... color is really, really cool. Because as you can see, there's quite a lot of different colors. I'm trying to go for more of a red. Make the dye a bit more noticeable. But lower the area it's in. Yeah, that's not too bad. Hold on. Oh, yep, we'll go with that one. So the Megu, I believe, is a Fox Spirit class, so we're going to kind of go with more of the Fox colors, the red and white. This is where things get a little more complicated, because you can literally just adjust the face to how you want it to be. Whoa. Yes, I have a standard of beauty. As bad as that sounds, I do have a standard. Oh, shit. Ah. There should be bisymmetry going on. Okay, yeah, that's good. Because the Maigu seem to be very Fox spirit oriented, I go for a very traditional kind of look. Could make the... We'll do that. Make it more dense so it's more noticeable. Oh, that's very noticeable. Holy shizzle. You can also go for two different eye colors. You can make them both the same or very different. For eye color, I probably will be going on the... I'll probably go different eye colors. But I will definitely make them similar. And how they look. Hmm. As I've said before, this game has a lot of customization in it, in which you can pretty much just do whatever you want. Okay. Wrong one. There we go. You can also put a tattoo. Now, be aware what we're about to see is pretty much... Oh. Right. It's mostly to the face. Because I haven't gotten to the body yet. So once I get to the body, that we'll actually kind of start seeing stuff. This is where the game gets a little bit more rated. You can even adjust the body part on a character here. I'm not going to do too much customizing. Just that. And I think the class is more of a I think the class is more magic oriented, so you can even put a tattoo on the character. I don't generally mess with the tattoos. I think only like two of my characters have tattoos. Whoa. And then the voice. I wonder if it sound a little older. Yeah, let's get to deeper. There we go. Whoa, right. Now, I can't exactly remember what the horoscope of a character actually messes with. I think it's... I don't know. I usually always just chose one I was more interested in. So the hammer is brave, conservative, righteous, collaborative, and hot-blooded. Now, the original horoscope of a Megu is Goblin, which is probably what I'll just stick with. Mostly because I won't deny, I don't know what the horoscope affects. I might just end up going with Giant. That seems like it'd be more me. Actually, I feel like the boat is more me. And now there are looks that you can get in game. Shit, I don't know how to zoom out. There we go. These are some of the looks that I think you get like the top ones throughout the game. I know this is the premium look, which you can, the prime look, which you can buy. And then there is an event going on that gives you 3 free outfits. I don't know when that is. I actually kind of like this one, but that's just because it's blue. I like blue. But if anything, I want to go for the Prime look. Alright, so let us go ahead and get a name in. Now, I did have a Magu created at some point, but because I was going to stream, I didn't fully go through with it. Alright, and then... Oh, wait, right. Right. Oh god, it's so loud. Alright, let's go. Now, I will apologize if the opening cutscene lags a little bit. Every time I've made a character and gone through the cutscene, it lags. So, hopefully, this doesn't. Or at least it doesn't lag too bad. And I forgot to open my drink.
Are you awake?
Oh, it changed. Oh, this changed. This really changed. Oh, they have a tutorial now.
Was it a nightmare? You even cried out. Look there. The red sun will soon set, and we must be on our way. It's been a difficult journey. Only you have ever made it this far. Now let's press onward. We're almost there.
I have not seen this opening before. Unless... I get that. I get that. This is the first time I've seen this kind of opening. Unless this is just what the opening is with the Magu.
At last, we've arrived. At the Ator's cradle.
What?
Soon, a giant shall be awakened here. And then, we shall reach our final destination.
Heir of Ages. Your journey ends here.
What the heck?
Just as planned. Again, I trust you'll take care of it.
Now, you can't really lock on to enemies. It's all about if you saw the red cruiser, you could see it. What?
How shalt thou pay for thine sins?
Careful now. It's not over yet.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
The sun crimson with their blood.
This is not stuff I remember. Oh, shit. Come on.
Foolish mortals. You're not hurt, are you? I admire your resilience. colossal weapon of ancient Kabur, the Ator.
Okay.
Gaze upon it. The key to our final destination.
I'm still recording, right?
Quickly now, after it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh shit. I'm so used to pressing R1 because that's why I have it for my other characters. So I'm wondering if it's just different for the Megu or Maigu. I'm wondering if it's just different for this class. Where'd the camel come from?
The Tor, take me to Histria. Why is nothing happening? Is this another of that fossil Cartian's tricks?
What is going on? Wait, that sound. What just happened? Oh! Why'd you smile? Whoa! Huh? I am very confused. I do not remember that kind of opening. This all looks so different from what I remember.
Here in Histria lies our final destination.
This place looks a little familiar.
We'll have to part ways soon. Too soon, wouldn't you say?
My eyes are glowing, I now realize this.
Ancient ruins beyond that door. The slumbering ancient weapons will likely rise to its defense.
I think they already have.
Kill them all.
Oh. Okay. I don't like this, but okay.
This is my final request. I pray that you return to me unscathed. For my sake as well.
I am so lost and confused. What is going on? I don't remember anything anymore. Alright, Oh, so that's how you get options. Oh, no. Shit. Hello, Steven! I have no idea what's going on. Whoa! Oh, I like that. Whoa! Yeah, this all looks very, very familiar.
Finally, I've made it back. And with the key to break the seal.
Did her hair just change color? Huh? Did she just kill me?
Indeed, you were the key all along.
Your hair went from white to black, lady. Oh wait, no, it's back to white. I guess it's just a, glitch. So we die at the beginning of this. I don't remember any of this. I don't remember any of this back when I first began playing. Yeah, I realize no mercy. Are those black spirits?
Travelers of distant times, take this body as your vessel.
Oh right, I have a worker currently.
With this power, I can continue pursuing my charge.
Hmm?
Shocked I betrayed the trust you gave so easily. Sorry, but you should have known better.
I remember that part. Oh. Huh? What's going on? Very, very confused. What is going on? As I said, you all get to see me kind of just blindly flailing my way through this game. I am so lost and confused. So, that's kind of what we all saw back when that little open... Oh, this is different too! Why is my hair black? It's not supposed to be black. They're also in a different area. There we go. Now my hair is the correct color. Alright, so... Oh! Well, that's another glitch that needs to be fixed. You did hit the ground pretty hard. Might have rallied your brains around. Oh, bad people do. Thanks! Oh, I also have my pets! Right, pets all change. Alright, so before we go any further, we are going to be changing some things. One of those is definitely going to be sound. Because that is very, very loud. And sound effects are going to be super loud, so I'm going to turn that down just a little. Confirm that. Oh, hold on. I still gotta change some things. Oh, wait, where's the sprint? That should be good. We're gonna check you in. I have nothing at the moment. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff that is here. So let's take a look at the skills. So we're literally just starting off at the beginning all over again. So what's there? Ooh. Oh, that looks cool. Alright, so let us go ahead and talk to Aiden. I think is how you pronounce his name.
I see you're awake. Nice to meet you. My name is Eden. I'm a ruins excavator. Huh? You've forgotten who you are? And where you came from? By all outward appearances, you look well enough. Did you hurt your head? We found you with that Ator's heart we excavated yesterday. At first, we mistook you for a mummy. What in the world happened?
Worker, come hither. Haven't you heard time is Blackstone's? Lord Jordine has patience.
Oh, yeah, right, you.
The eminent Lord Jordine must be as quick as a choppy on a full moon. Now, I would love to hear your story, but it seems like it will have to wait.
That's
I was
fine,
hired to
I guess.
excavate the ruins down below. Since the princess's prodding eyes are upon us, let's continue our conversation there.
Okay.
I was hired to excavate
Oh.
the ruins.
Right. Here we go. Okay. You say bodies are fickle, and yet here you are. Yeah, apparently you made a contract with me. Oh, okay. Press X to equip the adventurer's tomb. After completing certain quests with this item equipped, you can obtain extra rewards. If you lose your adventurer tome, you can get another one by accepting this quest from the Black Spirit. This quest is available only once a day. Alright. So let's go ahead and grab this and equip it. Oh, so it puts it down there. Okay. Pressing down will bring the Black Spirit out as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ator's heart. You can't remember much else, but you sense an unknown power coming from below the artifact. Ancient weapons of eccentric design, large objects engraved in unknown writing. This appears to be the ancient ruins excavation site.
You scared the
Oh.
daylights out of me. Are you new here? Who said you can rub your mitts on this without the princess's permission?
My bad?
Huh? What is this nonsense? When did you start working here? How do you not know this already?
I'm not a worker.
Noon comes up, shall we have a nice little chat by the loo? Who's your supervisor? We can bring him along to get an earful as well. It's Wilson, isn't it? I swear he's left his brain on a deserted island somewhere. How does he expect you rookies to survive? Well, Sam! But I am a generous person. I, Commons, shall teach you all you need to know. This ancient weapon is called an Ator. It's absolutely dangerous. So do not touch it!
Okay, dude. Okay. Huh. Yeah, like she would tell us anything, considering who she is. Last I remember, she was a bitch.
How dare you stand so close? You... What? The way down to the ruins? What? Now even these beyonds. Mills! Do you know how hard I worked to make this excavation happen? Need I have you all discharged to be taken seriously?
I shall
Bitch.
gladly take whatever punishment you feel is adequate once we return. But, Princess, I beseech you to withhold your anger for just a moment. How dare you stand in the way of Princess Jarette of Serendia? If we were not out in the field, you would have been severely punished.
I don't even know what's going on here,
It's
buddy.
an obvious thing. Did Eden originally hire you on as a mercenary? Do you not know the ancient chamber excavation site is directly under the command of Princess Jarette? We told Eden how important this site is, yet he dares to bring in someone so wet behind the ears. He's making it quite hard to trust him as a leader. We'll be lucky if we find anything at all before the deadline.
Eden was handpicked by our eminent Lord Jordine. Do you doubt the Grand Chamberlain of Serendia's shrewdness?
I sincerely apologize, Princess. That was not what I meant when I said those words.
Sure you didn't.
Suspicions in time. For now, just concern yourself with how to restore his honor.
Okay.
Yes, I shall give this new recruit a fitting task. Fortune truly favors you. Follow me. Ruins excavation starts with picking up a pickaxe. Break the stones around that ruin and fill the cart.
Well, duh.
It's a simple task. So go to the soldier below once you are done. But, I will say this once, overconfidence is a fool's folly.
I at least know that much. Wait, the soldier.
Oh, Eden's strong new recruit finally arrived, I see. Now tell us, how did you get locked in the sights of that spoiled princess? Oh, never mind. You didn't hear me say a thing. Anyways, seems like you know how to handle yourself. Follow me. Oh,
Understood.
never mind.
Huh? This is
See those
new.
hungry wolves stalking about in the grass.
Oh, they don't look friendly.
Much thanks to that scary law. Sir Roig may appear like he's not watching, but he sees all. So this is the time to show your stuff, my friend.
Right. Well, that was easy.
Weren't you an excavator? I thought you'd get eaten live. But it seems you've some use.
No,
Grant
thanks.
you access to the ancient stone chamber. Go and help Eden finish up with the excavation.
I just feel can I burn him? Alright, so this is kind of, now this is where you can kind of just roam around and talk to others. It's a knowledge in this game is power. The more knowledge you have, the more you can do in this game. At least that's what I've come to realize. There we go. The more you know about an animal as well, the easier it is for you to kill them. As sad as it is to say. If you notice, I'll have S ranking with these enemies, which means I kind of, just very, very easy to defeat them. I think that was a Musa. Goodness! I forgot how easy it is at the beginning of this game. Alright, so it did say we could learn new skills, so let's go ahead and take a look at them. I don't think there's anything we can currently level up. Or if there is... Ooh. It will be like the only thing we can level up. Okay. So let us go ahead and kind of go further in and see what's going on, because this game has changed so much. I like the music though.
You're practically drooling over those relics. Does a visit to places such as this make your heart skip a beat as well? Huh? Oh,
There he is.
So, you're the living relic Eden discovered. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Fluffy Bed Mountain, at your service. Not sure why no one has ever stumbled upon this stone chamber up until now, but I guess you're some sort of lucky charm, aren't you? It just so happens that the day you awoke was the day we finally cracked the secret of these 5 stone murals. These murals of prophecy have been speculated to have been painted by the ancients. They depict the rise and fall of the Kron Kingdom that was central to Balanos. Take a closer look. Who knows? You might be standing in front of your own creations, and you've just forgotten about it.
A depiction of Noir III of House Bartali, the last king of the Kron Kingdom of Balanos. The enormous crown symbolizes his unchallenged authority. The only thing he feared was death itself. One day, an alchemist from across the desert sought audience with Noir III. My master shall grant you eternal life. If I heard that, my eyes would be big as dinner plates. Eternal life, quite the thing to crave, especially in a world where many struggle to eke out a full living, even once.
Huh.
Alas, the prospect of immortality blinded Noir III, and he took the alchemist's offer. The blood and organs of 100 children and maidens, all offered up as sacrifice to the alchemist. The king's madness swept throughout Balanos as the people's resentment reached the heavens. Noir III made no effort to stop the ritual to summon the alchemist's master. By the time the king learned the truth, that the alchemist served the evil god Hadum, his concerns had narrowed to the point where he cared not of such things. Fortunately, Elion, Arl, and their believers did not remain idle, and the ritual to bring about Hadum into this world was halted. Though in doing so, the castle was toppled and shattered to pieces. The mighty kingdom of Kron joined the many other kingdoms lost to history. This was barely over 150 years ago. But do you know what's even more amazing?
It was only that short time ago?
I, at Navi Bed Mountain, used the latest advancements in archaeological dating to determine exactly when these murals were constructed. These stone murals were made not 150 years ago, but much, much further back.
Huh.
However did the ancients peer so far into the future? Right. I've saved the most interesting mural for last. This one depicts a prophecy that's yet come to pass. It's the Breaker of Chains, who freed the vengeful souls sacrificed to summon Hadum to our realm. Yikes, look at the time. Take this information regarding the final mural and bring it to Martha Keene down there, will you? You can't miss her. She's unreasonably tall and wears glasses so big you would mistake her for a frog.
Goodness, that's mean to say.
Speak, you will catch wind of her temper. Eesh, whose flesh just thinking about it.
Okay, buddy. I got it. I understand. I think Martha's the elf. No, wait, that doesn't sound right. She doesn't wear glasses. Oh, yeah, these people are all new.
My word, is that the final mural? And you are? Are you the one even described as a living relic he found toppled over? My goodness. My name is Martha Keene, an archaeologist by trade. I guess this too is fate. Should we shake hands or something?
Martha,
That's up to you.
Martha, I found it! Come quickly!
Well, no time for handshakes. My, is it just me, or are we seeing some steady developments after your awakening? If everyone worked towards a single goal in harmony, heaven on earth could be achieved. I swear I've seen these writings in an ancient text in Valencia somewhere.
Valencia?
An ancient weapon that attacked the ancients.
I recently got to Valencia on my main character.
Is your heart pounding as hard as mine?
You kind of scare me.
Like this. It's like stealing a swig of light ale stashed away in a Calphionian noble's warehouse.
Before this even talks us to death. Alright. Oh shit. Did I not confirm that? No, it's confirmed. Oh, that's just how I sprint. Oh, that is interesting.
I could hear Laufey and Martha from all the way over here. I was wondering who their special guest would be. And it was you. You and I have already been introduced. Though I believe you've yet to meet my comrade, the beautiful Ganelle. Oh.
Eden, come now, quit it!
Okay.
It is. I am Orwen of Iliad.
Ah, do be careful. The remains of many petrified ancients are strewn about. It appears some unpredictable power remains sealed within this relic.
Not to mention the upside-down trees that are rooted around the relic as well. During my brief study of forests in the southern territories, I recall reading about them in some forbidden texts.
Dabbling in forbidden texts from such a young age? I can't imagine. Especially considering how prim and proper you are right now.
Well, it might be familiar to you, but I'm pretty sure my character was just completely and utterly confused.
Wait, stand back, right now!
Oh my goodness, what are you doing all of a sudden?
I'm curious, okay? This is what I remember.
These are the memories of the forgotten world. Sorry, but you should have known better.
That's the opening I remember. As I said, everything else I saw I was completely confused by. That I remember now, though.
Your face suddenly turned pale. Are you okay? You remembered something, didn't you? But
A little bit.
why would you do such a thing in front of an ancient relic you've never seen before? Wait, who could it be?
You wouldn't have some red-eyed being whispering incessantly in your head now, would you?
Ah, it must be a black spirit. Those entities that bring ruin to all who succumb to their whispers. I was joking when I called you a living relic, but now it appears that name was right on the mark.
Okay.
Eden, please, isn't that a bit too much? And yet, it may be wise to tell the others what you've just witnessed. The relic has begun to move. At this rate, the dark energies will.
The relic probably awakened after reacting to your black spirit. Be careful. Those spirits will definitely seize any chance to swallow you whole.
My black spirit seems to be just fine with me, though. At least that's what I've come to notice. Time froze. Okay. So, just escape? Eh? No idea what happened, and I wasn't planning to look back.
Do you know of any way we might get on her good side? If we That might put her in a more magnanimous mood.
What? Do I bring out my stone spear? My black spear? Oh, this! Okay, so the black spear will give you a lot of inventory slots, which take use of those. It will definitely increase your inventory. It's always good to have more. Oh, I need to speak to him.
I knew it. I knew you were trouble the moment I laid eyes on you. Forget what I said earlier. You aren't a lucky charm at all.
Okay.
You know how many hours of labor were wasted because of you. Are you going to explain this delay to that Janet or Geralt or whatever that stuck-up princess's name is?
Calm down, Laufey. If it weren't for this adventure, we would have never found the Black Stone. So, it'll be fine.
Black Stone?
You think that alone will ease her temper? Why are you so oblivious to the ways of the world? You think that alone will...
That relic wasn't pinata stuffed with uselessness. Okay. So speak to Eden again.
Lesra, the White Witch. To think that she was part of your last memories.
She is.
Why don't we speak more on the matter after returning to the Western Guard camp? Princess Jeanette's awaiting our report on the relic excavation results.
I do apologize that I made you all lose your work.
I bet she'll give us an earful after she hears of our findings, but that's for us to deal with. What about our friend here? Princess Jeanette won't let just anyone waltz right into the Western Guard camp.
Do you know of any way we might get on her good side?
The only time I've seen the princess's foul temper abate, the day she met with Grand Chamberlain Jordine. Truth is, we've been waiting for a wagon with supplies from Western Guard camp, but it's yet to pass by. I had a bad feeling something in the woods may have caused the wagon's delay. It's not too much trouble. Could you go investigate?
It's a bit inconvenient. I suppose that's the way of the world. We'll wrap things up here and follow right after you.
Okay. So now we need to defeat 7 tree spirits and 10 gray wolves. Wait, am I going the right way? No, I'm not. Oh, crap. Right. Whoa! Oh! Oh, you are pretty! Oh, you are so pretty! Alright, so... Goodness. I don't know if it just stands there or what. Oh, whoa! Alright, so one more gray wolf. And now I need to kill... Oh! I got their attention. Huh. Alright, so you can also, if you're playing on the PlayStation, you can press down on the left analog stick to immediately get you to navigate to the closest point of the quest. Who are you?
I'm saved. I thought you walked right past me. What? My wagon's over there. broken into pieces.
The hilltop the wagoner was pointing to is ravaged, the ongoing battle between the imps and the soldiers.
I just realized my life has been spared, but only to be at the mercy of Princess Durette once she gets word of this.
Yeah, Princess Durette isn't to be trifled with. Maybe. Oh, that's so cool. So I generally don't play magic classes of any kind. I'm literally mostly a melee person, but I am so for playing magic with this because yes.
I heard from Sir Roy that you are an excavator, but with a special set of skills.
Maybe? I'm trying to talk to... Oh, wait. So I need to get 2 belongings from the imp. Didn't even mean to bring out the fox spirit, but you know what? It happened. Let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. There we go. Oh, you're still alive. Oh, okay. Not anymore.
The moment I saw you slay those wolves, I knew you weren't ordinary. A weapon is more suited to your hand than a pickaxe. Well, one good turn deserves another. I've secured a job for you. Do as you're ordered, and you'll find your life becoming a bit more comfortable.
My name
If you
is
say
Vania,
so.
and I am an officer of the Western Guard Camp. I'd rather not meet under such circumstances, but it appears we have no choice. I heard from Sir Roy that you are an excavator.
It appears their skills were wasted digging for relics. You've been looking to hire mercenaries, have you not?
Let's consider this a formal interview. Help us pave the way out of here. I shall guard Sir Roy.
See? Knowing how to seize an opportunity is a skill in itself. Now, ensure my recommendation continues to carry weight.
Alright, fine, whatever. So it is a little bit difficult using this class. I'm not at all used to magic users of any sort. So this is definitely a challenge. Goodness gracious. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks so cool. I'm not gonna lie, I am absolutely loving this. Oh, right. Come on.
This is the Western Guard camp overseeing Eastern Balanos. I heard a ruckus and thought it was the goblins again. Ah, Officer Bain, you're wounded. Medic, get over here now! Everyone, right here!
What happened?
I'm fine. Please tend to other soldiers who are more seriously wounded. Duvain, where is he? Seems he's not around. This is the one who saved us from the imps. Though the wagon was destroyed, we thankfully did not share that fate.
Why do they continue having my hair long?
Again. Is that why the imps have grown so aggressive?
Gear, king of the goblins, grows craftier by the day. Take a look beneath the bridge if you want to see what I mean.
Oh!
That's the work of the Goblin King, Gear. Duvain is tracking him down. Capturing him is a difficult
I guess that explains a lot.
The imps mistakenly believed that this slaughter was ours. Long ago, this region was originally claimed by the goblins. One day, Rednose, leader of the imps, suddenly appeared and sent all the goblins packing to Cloncastle ruins.
That explains why there's so many goblins there.
I need to give my report to Captain Cliff.
It seems things here have grown dire while our attentions were on the stone chamber. I need to go alert the princess of the situation immediately. Don't worry. I'll carry word of your deeds to her ear. You will be rewarded handsomely. More so than that Eden fellow.
Why don't you go?
Eden isn't that bad.
With just a little polish on your basics, you'll make a fine mercenary.
Thank you. So it looks like the Western Guard camp hasn't changed too much. It seems only some words and dialogue have really changed since I've been away. But let us go ahead. So at least they kind of give a slight tutorial on how to go through the game, which is actually quite nice.
Recommendation from Officer Fania herself, with note that you could do with learning a few more skills.
Select Learn Skills via a skill instructor NPC, or open the skill windows to see what skills you can learn.
The more skills you learn, the smoother.
So let's go ahead and open it. I opened this earlier for you all to kind of take a quick look at it. I don't know if there are any skills we can learn currently. Oh, so I can level up Spock Spirit. Looks like I can't level it up anymore. So the skills down here are all awakening skills. Currently I can't get to any of my succession or awakening skills. So that's not too much to worry about. If you're wanting to change the skill level, you can see pressing L2 and on the D-pad can show you what level your skills can get to. At level 54, it looks like this one will reach its maximum potential. I think it's that way for majority of the classes. Now, these skills here, where it says absolute and all that, you cannot learn those until you do level 56, until you hit level 56. And do, I believe, the Awakening and Succession quests. And this one's level 57, but still. Same thing applies there. So let's go ahead and exit out of this. And talk to Luffy again.
Eden's living relic! You should have sent word you arrived safely. We were worried sick. We thought the imps had dragged you off to their cave.
And yet you were blaming me just a few moments ago, buddy.
We're just about ready to send you off with a proper funeral rite, spoons and all.
What?
Would you have preferred a wooden spoon, a metal one? I guess we could always just ask you instead. Which one would you pick?
I'm not going to answer that.
Luffy, you know quite a lot about foreign customs. Hiding a secret lover from the land of the morning call, alright?
Ahem. We've been granted an audience. Let us not keep the princess waiting now.
I suppose we'll find her in her tent, where she always is.
Okay.
Do you know what
faith. Our faith in him, and his faith in us. I too demonstrated the capacity for good faith when I sent you off, and your favorable outcome is proof that my faith in you is rewarded.
Okay.
Does this not make me a most favorable counterpart to his lordship? Am I mistaken, my dear lord? I place my faith in your good judgment as well, though those results currently seem to be less than favorable. My wagon, the finest Calphionian craftsmanship in pieces. The black stones that were the sole reason for me funding this excavation, absent. Do you think I poured out such funding so that you could go dig up these worthless pebbles?
Apologies, Your Highness. As speculated, the depths of the chamber indeed held black stones, but what we found was merely the empty remains of the stones, after the black spirits sealed within had consumed all of their power.
Oh.
You don't look like an adult half-wit. Cut the spiritual nonsense and speak with some sense. You're professionals, are you not? You are being paid as such. With that payment comes the expectation of results, not half-baked excuses about spirits. These results will welcome me into Lord Jordine's strong embrace. Must I be ever haunted by the shadow of disappointment I'll cast across his chiseled face?
Stanley?
Get out! All of you! Never show your faces here again!
Goodness! Backing out, backing out, backing out.
You've lost your memories, haven't you? Congratulations on your first castigation. It can be a burden to earn a living at times.
Damn.
It strikes me as odd. I heard all the black stones excavated in Serendia are being shipped directly to Calphion. Why is this Jordine fellow making his own fiancée aid another nation in gathering black stones?
Oh.
Since there aren't any black stones left in the stone chamber, I guess it's time that we set off for another excavation site. One possessed by a black spirit may briefly gain great power and wisdom, but their ultimate fate is to succumb to its darkness and become a monstrosity. I pray you remain on the right path, for anything so easily gained can also be easily lost.
As I'm coming to...
Keep your mind and body sharp, and there's nothing to fear. Next time we meet, let's go grab a pint together.
Okay. If you say so. You probably just want someone to yell at, and we're the easiest target. So before we go and talk to Roig, I did have a... Where's the stable keeper? So you can get a horse in this game, and my other characters got me a horse that I sent to the Western Guard camp. I got 3 horses. Wait, what? So I got Stormwind, Stormy, and Tyra. So we'll go ahead and bring Tyra. I think Tyra has equipment. Yes. So pretty much horse riding is the same as character riding. The only thing I would state is to keep an eye on your horse, because your horse can die, which is a downside to some things.
From our first encounter, I knew there was more to you than meets the eye. If you live as long as I do, you become quick to spot these things. I have a proposal for you. What say you to working for Her Royal Highness, Princess Durant?
No thanks! Alright, so Crossroad, no greater honor. So every now and then you can choose a different path to go down. And I'd rather just go with the frickin' Black Spirit, but I'll read both each off first. Accept Roig Mills' proposal to serve Princess Durant of Serendia. You think just anyone gets a chance to work with the Princess of Serendia? They say seizing the right opportunity is a skill in itself, and there's no greater honor than to work for Her Highness. It all depends on how you fare. Crossroad, you need what now? Not a chance. Reject Roy Gamil's proposal to serve Princess Jarette of Serendia. You want to work for that shrill human who looked down on us from the moment we met? Princesses come and go. It's a waste of time to swear futilely to some lowly human. Not to mention, they could always end up dragging us down somewhere along the line. You still think it's worth it? Reject her proposal. I'm sure it'll be more interesting. So we're gonna reject the proposal. No.
I understand. Go seek out Captain Cliff. He will take into consideration your efforts in saving the soldiers from the imps.
Alright, so let me actually currently get on my horse. And the bar is empty. I need to go speak to the stable keeper and see if I can recover my horse's stamina.
Wanna check?
Alright, and this is where we are going to take a quick break. So let us all take a quick 2-minute break. Alright, we're back. Wasn't very long at all. Alright, so let's go. Oh. Alright, so it looks like Cliff is in. I did not want to talk to you. I'm trying to get off my horse so that I can. Alright, and then here's Cliff.
We are currently tasked with finding the source of all this chaos. The very leader of the imps himself, Red Nose. He suddenly appeared one day and kicked all the goblins out. Now he's been sighted launching small-scale raids into the settlements nearby. So, you've ingratiated yourself to an officer, and think you can now somehow barge in our war council, ignoring procedure, ignoring rank.
Yes, I do.
I think you've greatly overestimated the value of your so-called skills. And I'm afraid Officer Fania's eye for quality soldiers has greatly diminished.
Well, I don't care what you think.
I think you've greatly...
Yeah. Sure. I'm completely all for that. So real quick, let's go ahead and check the world map, see how far... Yeah, I'm sorry. So it's not very far that we need to go. Come here, Tyra. So we won't be going too far. Just out this way. And we will be stopping right here, because right here is a safe zone. And then it's when we get out past the first barricade that we are in the combat zone. Oh, I didn't mean to kill the fox! Oh. Whoops. That is not going the way I want it to. So it looks like I need to kill a total of 25 imps. There we go. That did nothing? Oh! There we go. That goes quite a ways away. Did I just teleport behind that thing? There we go. So it looks like the Mega class is definitely for taking care of large groups of enemies. As well as taking care of single opponents. Oh, she's a lot of fun. She is a lot of fun. Whoa. There we go. Now we got all the enemies we need.
Without your aid, this would have been quite the bloodbath indeed. I think Captain Cliff will definitely reconsider his words.
He better.
Let's use this momentum to track down Red Nose. We won't be able to deny your abilities this time. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. However, we still don't know much about Red Nose. A few days ago, some of our soldiers encountered Red Nose. Not everyone made it out. Perhaps you can speak to the lucky ones who did.
I shall. Oh. Come here. A lot has changed much more than I thought.
Incredibly. Imagine a rival tomato. Now just
Imagine it, Redder. I was patrolling the northern forest, and I felt a cold energy behind me. I turned around. I saw an imp the size of an house. I knew straight away it was Red Nose. Boy, that imp was strong. He pulled out a sword as big as I am. He was pretty agile too, considering his giant physique and all. He sprung at me like a frog. Well, I nearly died that day. I reckon that's what getting hit by a gold-laden wagon feels like.
Probably sure it's worse.
You want to find out more? Go to the blacksmith. I heard he cleaned up the aftermath of the skirmish.
Okay.
The armor. Useless after the beating it took. I disposed of it. But whatever odds and ends I found at the scene, I put in a box.
There's a box filled with junk recovered from Red Nose's ambush site. Exit this menu and auto navigation will guide you to the box.
The armor. Useless.
Okay, whatever. Most of these look like unclaimed belongings of soldiers. Among them, something stands out with initials engraved on it.
What's this doing here? This belongs to one of our rookies, Murray. But he was on duty at the time.
Dang it. Hard to navigate a horse sometimes.
No, that's not mine. You've got the wrong idea. I had nothing to do with that skirmish. Well, I mean, I did, but not on purpose.
Huh?
I was off duty, heading into Velia. They've got this smoked chicken. My wife is pregnant and she loves the stuff. Anyway, I spotted an imp wandering alone, sort of drunk-looking, stumbling about with a crooked nose. Well, this is rather embarrassing, but I picked him on the head and said, "Hey, pal, you red nose or something? Sneaking about all alone here?" The crowd started to quake. I swear, Red Nose really appeared. I think I just ran for my life.
You started this whole commotion, and you didn't even have the dragon eggs to report it. You'll face a military tribunal for this.
Just like that will speak Red Nose's name, and there he is. Yep, he says. Alright. Alright, let's go talk to Phinia. Alright, there she is.
Oh. It was all Mare's doing then. Looks like I'll be taking up extra shifts. I'll think about that later. Let's move on to our next task. The important thing now is distracting the imps. The imp expert has constructed a trap to capture them. You're up for the task, aren't you? Deal with some of the imps here first, then follow the path.
Alright, so first let's go ahead and get our horse, you know, to a safe area, and then let's just start killing imps. Because killing imps is fun, apparently. Hey, I'm the only one allowed to use fire here. So, one second, let me get frick. Let me I will say, I don't know too much about the game. Most of what I know is, I've actually forgotten a lot, considering how long it's been since I played. So, what I know so far is our friend, the Black Spirit, we made a deal with him. My thought is that deal is meant for us to kind of find Elezra and figure out what happened, because I was very confused at the very beginning of the game. There's a lot to do in this game. There's a lot of, oh crap, where is it? There's a lot of certain stuff you can do. Like, there's gathering, fishing, hunting, cooking, pretty much all life skills. And then there's your basic stats. It's just, there's a lot. There's a lot to do. I mostly focus on training, which is what deals with horses. Mostly because capturing horses and selling them is is the best way to make money in this game. And then there are certain packs you can buy to kind of, a lot of people say the game is pay to win, but in my opinion it's not. Because even in-game stuff is better than most other stuff. There's also the Pearl Shop, which you can buy certain things here. There's a lot of, I guess you could say, stuff to just make the game a lot more fun. I don't know why I keep moving every time I do this. And then there's pets you can have. Pets can generally loot items from enemies, which means that while you're sitting there killing stuff and they're just dropping events of loot, you can let your pet pick it all up. Pets also have certain abilities they can do. Let's go ahead and just check you in. Do I seriously have to just... You can play on PS5 or PS4. I don't believe there's a difference between the versions. I haven't noticed a difference. Except graphical difference. But even still, like, the game was crashing a lot last night. I don't know what was going on. Which was was pretty much just the first for me. Alright, so pet information. I don't think it says anything about PS4 or PS5 or both. It's just Black Desert. Now, the game does cost money to buy it. It's about, back when I got the game, it was about $10, so it was easy to get. Now it's anywhere from 20 to 30, I do believe. Look, I bought this back on the PS4, okay, and it just said Black Desert. This was before the PS5 came out, so I haven't taken another look. Certain pets can also give you a buff. Certain ones can give you increased EXP, increased karma. They can also help you with your crafting and your training. Like, my pet here, if I were to have him out while I had a horse out, he would increase how much experience I get with my horses. It's not pay by month subscription. And in my opinion, it's not pay to win. At least it hasn't seemed to me like the only things that you buy are just commodities. Stuff that you don't need but want, pretty much. I'm so used to pressing circle to attack. What else was I hitting? Oh. What the heck? I was focused on something that was good. Oh, Grey Wolf. Hi. Okay. And when you level up, apparently you can kill an enemy automatically the moment you level up. Yeah. Oh! I don't think it might. I mean, I haven't looked into it if it's region locked, but it might be considering some of the stuff with the game. But like I said, I haven't looked into it much in that regard. So, is the Fox Spirit just supposed to come out and look pretty? Because if it is, I mean, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm allowed to let my full pyromania... Yeah, I'm allowed to let my full pyromaniac side out and just have fun. I'm absolutely enjoying this. Whoa! Everyone else saw the fox jump, right? That wasn't just me? Alright, let me get back to my horse over here. Alright, and it looks like we can now head to the imp camp. It's not very hard to level up a horse at first either, so there is that. Oh, they are... This is a much different area than...
You, the living relic. Don't look so surprised. Eden won't shut up about you.
Are you shy or something?
Look here, I've caught a useful prisoner. Exactly how is a trade secret. Got that shocked expression on your face.
Oh, hush.
Really blown away? My prisoner is an imp who can speak the common tongue.
I told you, I don't know where the boss is. Our boss comes and goes as he pleases.
Hey, Eden told me that you are an expert on this. Why don't you show what you've got?
No one knows where the boss's hideout is.
Then I shouldn't have wasted my time capturing.
Do you think I knew I'd get caught like this? Wow, look at the brains of this beanstalk. And you think us imps are stupid? Red nose or blue nose, the beanstalk asks, without even thinking to ask about Tiny Nose.
Oh.
Tiny Nose. Who's Tiny Nose?
What? I said nothing. Imps are extremely loyal to one another. Red Nose will defeat Geth and bring endless abundance.
Sure.
Huh? Red Nose and Tiny Nose are brothers! Yes!
Well, the chef might have some leftovers.
Tiny Nose is always down at the cave. One bite. Please?
Huh.
Tiny Nose is clever. He makes deals with beanstalks like you.
I think I have this guy pretty much salivating all over himself.
Tiny Nose. Upset. In return, Tiny Nose gives mineral wagons to humans. Humans love them.
Mineral wagons?
There must be more to it. I must let our captain know. I think
I will look for traces
Oh,
of
crap.
Red Nose near that cave. You should be Tiny Nose.
No. Oh, another inventory slot. I feel like the game should also give weightlifters, like how much weight you can hold. Whoa. Alright. Nothing beats food. Learn about Red Nose not through brute force, but by bribing Tiny Nose with roasted wolf meat. Tiny Nose is a smart imp enough to trade with humans. A slab of meat, or 3, will help make him cooperate. There's no need to resort to violence, right? They're actually quite a nice lot. Imps that seem to display an ounce of intelligence prefer fresh wolf meat, but an imp at Tiny Nose's level will probably have developed taste buds similar to humans who prefer their meat cooked. Crossroads. Only fear reveals the truth. Learn about Red Nose by breaking Tiny Nose's mining wagon used when dealing with humans to extort information from Tiny Nose. I think we can deduce just how the imps got their hands on these weapons. Tiny Nose is known as the one who threatened the Western Guard camp. Seeing how intelligent he is, he may give us false information as well. However, if we destroy his precious mining wagon, deal a heavy blow to all his efforts made thus far, he may just about spill the truth. For truth is revealed in the face of fear. You know what? We'll go with this one. Am I going to be mean? Yes, I am. Alright, first let's summon the Black Spirit to get our inventory. Oh, right, I gotta get off in order to do this. Automatic arrangement. Okay, so where are we going? Are we going straight into the cave? Yes, we are. Crap. There might be a place in which I can hide my horse in here. Because I really don't want to lose Tyra. I know this isn't a safe area, but you know what? There's not really much else I can do about it. Jesus! Okay, so that's a thing.
My wagons! Hey, you! We'll see about this. I'll tell my boss everything.
Oh, you will you?
You want to destroy this cave? You must not. My job. What is it that you want? Our boss. You want to hear about Red Nose?
Yes, I do.
One rainy day, he was wiping away his tears in seclusion after being roughed up for his shiny schnoz when he was discovered by a man wrapped in black robes. He opened his hand to reveal a wishing black stone. Red Nose prayed before this man clad in black. I wish for the power to flatten everyone's noses.
Okay.
Hearing Red Nose's words seething with hatred, the man gave him the black stone in return for a promise. You see that large stone over there with the mark on it?
Yes, I do. so let's go over here. So the quests don't seem to change much. What's the new game?
The man told Red Nose to remember that mark, saying that he will have to fight alongside him one day.
Okay. Snowbreak Containment Zone? Oh. Alright, let's go see what Imp Expo Uno has to say. Come on. Alright, so like last time, he's right outside the cave.
So black stones are the source of his power. That makes sense. All things accounted for. Of course I know about black stones. I told you Eden and I were acquainted. And now, let's review the information we've gathered up until now. Normally, Red Nose is average imp-sized, but grows to gigantic proportions when enraged. How might we prod him into such a state? Your tactic is to mistake him for the imp you just met in the cave. Grows to gigantic proportions.
I guess not.
Well, I've yet to meet a blue nose, but I'll let you know if I do. Grows to gigantic proportions
well.
when enraged. Right. I'd almost forgotten the magical power of mockery.
I thought to provoke him into a different state, you know, mistaking him for something.
Good. Now it's my turn. I've happened to discover something meaningful nearby. Using the information you gathered from the Western Guard camp, I tracked down the location of the incident. You can see here traces of Red Nose's hopping mad rampage. Crucial scene. Those soldiers were someone's husband or brother. I was racking my brain over how to hunt down Red Nose, but black stones being the source of his power may just be the key. Take this potion. You'll be able to follow the energy signature of black stones. What? You think I'm trying to poison you? I didn't even brew it. Eden did, so drink up.
Oh, well, if Aiden brewed it, then I guess it's fine. Oh, right.
Oh, can you see it? Those
Huh?
tracks. Follow them and it should lead straight to his hideout. Hold on, don't touch it. The energy that comes from Blackstones is very dangerous.
Do you really think I'm gonna be affected? Considering who I have. Oh, that farm's a little closer than I remember it being. Huh. What is going on?
I dare say. Did you just think that? Not the strangest tracking technique I've seen. Close.
Alright. So before we go further in, we actually have a place we need to stop by. So we are actually going to stop our horse here at Logia Farm so that our horse is safe while we most likely go and deal with Red Nose. That way, our horse doesn't die. Right, and while that goes on, I'm gonna have one of my pets out so that he can gather up the loot for me while I kind of just randomly follow the path. Well then! Uh-huh! The tracks of dark energy have stopped in front of a dark cave.
Why don't you take a step back? Faenia's soldiers will be here soon. It's best to fight together.
I don't need to! I can do it on my own. Huh. Another cutscene? In case you're unaware, I'm mostly a solo player, which is why I kind of know nothing about the game. At least with how the crafting system and everything works. For me, it's I'm too scared to I'm too shy to ask for help at all. That's how it is with me. I'm too shy to ask for help. Oh shit. I just naturally am, though, that's the thing. Oh! Did he just trample me? Oh, you bitch! Oh shit. Oh. There we go. Are humans of any relation to snails? Okay. All I can say, don't have it.
To think, you not only tracked down Red Nose's hideout, but defeated him all on your own. That's something. How could someone with such prowess find themselves shoveling dirt for some pretty boy in a headband? How would you feel about putting your potential to better use? The people could use a champion like you. I'll inform his lordship of your interest.
Like I said, I'm gonna be a bit.
Blackstone that was in Red Nose's possession.
Apologies, Your Highness, but I couldn't find it. He likely took it with him into the Dark Rift.
Ah, so my time is yet again wasted. I'm clearly cut from the same cloth as you.
It's true. The imps have settled down, thanks to you, but I think we all just expected better.
Well, I didn't find it. It's not my fault. I don't care about your reward. Oh, wrong person.
Tiny Nose's information was instrumental to defeating Red Nose, but he is also directly to blame for drawing out this feud.
We found evidence of them trading military supplies with humans. This allowed them to be quickly battle-ready.
A prisoner of war should be kept chained, but it would be a shame to waste such talent and intellect. What shall be done with him? Shall we leave it up to the rookie to decide?
That's much too generous a reward for such mediocre results. I suggest keeping him in prison to avoid the ire of gossiping soldiers.
You expect everything I've worked for destroyed, all because of them. I'd rather go to prison than be forced to even stand beside them.
We've lost track of Red Nose. We must keep seeking the stone that consumed him.
Well, you'll be there for a while.
Velia, go to Alustin, a wise man there, and report to him the situation regarding the stone.
That takes care of things. Tiny Nose shall be transferred to our camp's prison. Go onward to Velia, and best of luck to you.
Well, okay, wait. Tyra, when did you get here? Okay. I mean, that's not bad, I guess. Alright. Let us head to Velia. Wait. Am I seeing this correctly? What the heck? I'm backing up from that. This way. We're not going to worry about that. Oh god, lag. Lag spikes. Lag spikes. Oh, he's big. Alright, so let us go ahead and head into Velia officially. comes around the mountain on a horse. Huh? Wait, who's taking credit for Red Nose's death? Oh. What? You're kidding me.
This says that Red Nose has been defeated.
If that's the case, why the hell's this village still in this state? I heard they're still drafting soldiers. How about you? It's all because of those damn goblins.
My love, what would I tell Helen? To think I'd be widowed at my age.
I prayed this year would be free from that curse, and yet here we are in another drought.
Aye, and the chief's granddaughter's coming of age this year.
Oh no, whatever shall we do?
Gah, what's the meaning of all this?
The trade wagon that left yesterday has been raided again.
Hardel is considering severing ties with us.
Goblins again? How many guards do we need to stop them? The entire guild will starve at this rate.
A wise one. This village is filled with bad spirits.
Shouldn't we do something with the chief's granddaughter first?
In times like these, we need to stay vigilant from within as well. And to do so...
There's my... Wait, you're not my horse. Can I have my horse back, please? So we'll talk to Alston and hopefully we'll get some information. Because I like my horses. I have a lot of horses.
Adventurer, you seem to bear a dark energy, eons old. I am Alustan. An alchemist who feels eons old himself at times. Some see these wrinkles as a sign of wisdom. But a wise man would avoid such an unhealthy obsession with black stones. You and Cliff have told me all I need to know. Of Red Nose tearing through the Dark Rift, and his defeat at your hands. To cause such noticeable mutations in his physical appearance means that the Black Stone was of extremely high purity. To have such an item in his possession, this man clad in black, we should not take him lightly. We should undertake our investigation discreetly. Clarence is away on some other task. I suppose I have no other choice. I would like you to assist my other daughter in investigating this matter. However, let us speak on this elsewhere. There are far too many prying eyes here.
Oh, okay. Oh, Tyra. Alright, let's talk to Ellen. The music over there is so catchy. Alright, come on, let us get to Ellen.
Hiya, Papa. You've brought someone along? Friends of my father get better deals. They're basically just watered-down versions of Florence's potions anyway. I'm kidding. Please, buy my wares.
Eileen, save your sales pitch. I've a task for you. Think you can handle it?
What? Another one? But I just finished the last one. Can't Florence just swoop in and save the day?
Well,
If you don't want this opportunity to meet a black spirit host in the flesh...
What? No way. Look at those dreamy eyes. Nothing like the vacant corpse-like expressions I read about.
Huh?
Eileen, manners.
Oops. Did I say that out loud? I'll just go stick my head in a cauldron and die now.
Come now, child. No need for dramatics. They are in need of your aid.
Me? Specifically? Sure you didn't just confuse me for Clarence? Gosh, okay. Let's see. How long have you been exposed? Oh, wow. That's a bit excessive. And likely to have accelerated the spirit's encroachment. Tell me, does ceaseless whispering fill your head?
Huh?
Do you have an unquenchable thirst? Is that thirst for apocalyptic chaos?
Maybe.
Got it, Papa. I'll... can do it. Definitely. Probably.
I've received a summons from the Grand Chamberlain Jordine. There are urgent matters at Alejandro Farm to which I must attend. I'll be expecting fair tidings upon my return. Adventurer, please give Eileen your full cooperation.
Right.
Eileen, I thought it was Ellen.
Florence will be off to college soon, setting the academic world on fire, while I do my best to find a man who trusts me not to set his meals on fire.
Well then.
Why was I talking about fire? Oh, right. My training. Time to test some chemical reactions, but I'm all out of material. Come on, Eileen. Oh. I hate to ask for a favor already, but...
I'll do it. Alright, let's see. We just need to set one of these things on fire, right? Oh, there were two of them. I wouldn't say that. I kind of want to set the world on fire. Alright. I think I got a... Yep, I did. Perfect. And we'll put that on. And then go talk to the people. Oh, okay. The Black Desert and the Salvation of Elion. There was a time when black stones were thought to be blessed with Elion's might, sown like so many seeds beneath the sands that spanned from Calphion to Valencia. But these seeds only bloomed into the fruits of war between those nations, who watered the great desert with blood until the sand itself could hold no more. From that day it was known by two names. For the countless black stones, Calphonians know it as the Black Desert. But for the countless lives lost, Valencians call it Red. Huh? Okay. Now that Elion has lifted the veil from our eyes, let us cast off the avarice and offer up our worldly possessions to Elion. Wait, what? I'm a woman! They called me a guy. I'm clearly a woman. A little bit. Huh. And that looks like a coffin. Alright, we'll speak to Bartali. And then that'll probably be in the shrine. There's no denying that the music in this game is downright gorgeous. Come on, let me speak to him. Alright. Well, this isn't a combat area game, so I'm fine. Rowdy drunks think getting pot salting is an excuse for breaking a dish or two, but I'll make sure everyone pays for their mistakes. Here's fair warning to you. This is the chief of our end, David. Talented? Aye. But patrons love him because he pays little heed to the cost of ingredients. Those two over there act like brothers once a little ales in them. In the cold light of sobriety, they find themselves against sworn enemies. That one over there just keeps himself smoking his pipe all day long. Never heard of this thing. Literally running on fumes he is. Oh, look at that old mound the wind blew in. Well, what do you have? Have a seat and we'll get to your order and right away. Order? You know what? Roasted chicken sounds really good right now. Whoa. What? Ah. Accidentally press on shop. Wrong one! Trying to talk to him. Knows who's best. Tiny nose. Okay. Oh, no. Blast from 10 years past. 10 years passed in the distant desert. A sudden and strange phenomenon occurred. The ground beneath the sands cracked wide and an ancient ruin burst forth. It was the ruins of Hysteria, once existing only in ancient texts. Held deep within her, a final chamber composed of the purest blacks. So that's where we were! So then has it been 10 years then? A shining star fall.
This stuff is great.
Careful. Do you know how much this beer cost me?
I couldn't believe it. She told me to shave my beard. Do you know how many years I spent whacking those scarecrows? Oh, Trondheim, you're here as well.
Of course. I have to lay down the hammer sometimes.
Yes, indeed. It's been some time. Care to hear of my travels to Valencia?
Hmm?
Oh, good. Adventura, you're awake.
Okay. Oh, well, hi. Hmm. Wait, what? What? Ask about Emma's nightmare. A 150 years have passed since the fall of the Kingdom of Kron, yet House Bartali still remains in the public eye. Grave robbers have once again stolen Nior Bartali III's treasure, a piece of heaven. However, the town has shown no pity, saying that it's a well-deserved punishment. Well... What do I look like, a rat? Ooh, another one. Okay, let's see. And this is where we are actually going to end the stream for today. So I do want to thank everyone for having come in to watch the stream. I will be trying to stream more of this eventually. I don't know if it'll be an every week thing or every other week. But I will try to get more streams of the game in. I do enjoy playing it a lot. There's a lot to learn in this game. And as usual, I myself am still learning stuff about the game, so you get to see me kind of flail a little bit. Plus, stuff has changed since I last began the beginning of the game, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, once more, thank you all for joining in for the stream today. I will be streaming Terra tomorrow, as I do stream Terra every other Friday, so if you want to see more of that, tune in tomorrow, and I will see you all in the very next stream. So, until then, have a good night, everyone.